This Britax One4life car seat comes with a lot of different features that I really like. First off, it's got an infant insert that tells you when you can remove it based on weight. Second, the recline feature is on the side. So you can have 8 different recline modes plus a booster that lets you recline to a lot of different positions. It extends out pretty far, so it grows pretty well with your kids and pretty easy to install. For forward facing, open up the latch inside, follow the blue line pattern, go right through in the front, thread the seat belt all the way through. When you're done, lock it in place. Same for the forward facing, raise this up. You're gonna have to raise it up a little bit higher. Go in here, thread the seat belt all the way through, lock it in place. Car seat's installed. Same applies for the latch system for either one. Thread it through, lock it in place. Easy and done. So I'm going to show you guys how to install this Britax One4life car seat in your cars. And we're going to start with a rear facing mode. The first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to pull this up. I'm going to grab my car seat belt and I'm going to thread it through. And I'm going to make sure that this part right here is also going through the thread as well. That way it's latched as well. Inevitably buckle it in. So then after I have it there, I'm going to buckle it in place. And I'm listening for that click. Once I hear that click, I'm going to start trying to tighten it. And it might be a little difficult to see, but you want to make sure that these are flat. So you're going to pull these down as much as possible, tighten as much as possible, and then when you're done tightening it, click it in place. And now it's nice and snug. It's not going to move around. It's not going to fly off. So pretty simple to set up, pretty simple to install, pretty simple to undo as well. I'm going to show you that a little bit more clearly there. So again, make sure these are both flat as much as possible on the inside, and then just buckle it down, listen for the click, and that's the rear facing mode. So now I'm going to switch to the forward facing mode, and I'll be right back. So again, for the forward facing mode, you're going to want to pull this up. You're going to reach around, grab your seat belt, and you're going to thread it through the green area and underneath the seat itself. So then you're going to thread it all the way through the other side, and you're going to buckle it in. And again, you want to make sure that the seat belt underneath is nice and flat. It's not twisted or anything like that. And then once you're done, tighten it as much as possible. And then just slide it in place. Now we have a nice snug seat belt, and then we can go to the last piece, which is to actually set up the tether in the back. So tether's pretty simple. You need to have access to be able to do it. So if your seat is too snug, you can actually just come back a little bit, and you can undo the tether from that way. And this is easy to do it this way because now you don't have to worry too much about this seat belt and how to get back in there, because it's already there and it's easy enough once you put it back to the flat of the seat to put it back in place. So once you have that done, you're going to want to open your trunk up and set the tether to the back of the seat, and I'll show you that in a second. All right, so we're at the back of the trunk, back of the seat, and so this is a third row seating, so this headrest doesn't lift up, but luckily the straps both go around both sides, so it's good enough for that. And the tether, as you can see, is right down below, And we're just going to take this, we're going to hook it right in. We're going to make sure it's tight. We're going to come up here, and then we're going to look at this, and we're just going to tighten it as much as we can. That way now, even without most of everything, most of the seat belt, this tether is going to keep this at least positioned to the back seat. So now we have it anchored from two different sides, from the front down below with the car seat belt, and we have it anchored from the tether as well. And then this excess slack, you can just throw this off to the side somewhere and get it out of the way. And that's the installation for the Britax car seat.